Okay. Everyone has their calculator out, yes? All right. First off, let's take care of the people that have my calculator. Who has this one? Okay. If you have this calculator, this one, not one that looks like this, not any Texas Instruments, a TI-84 or 83. Excellent. All of you push the button that says mode. Use the arrow keys to highlight the word degree. Push enter. Push clear. You are done. Thank you. Now, everybody else, look at your calculator. Find the button that says tan. Push that button. Does it write the word tan on the screen?
Yes.
Everybody put your hand up if it does not write tan. Yeah, but you did this last year. You did a lot of trig. You should be okay. Are you? Are you going to be? Okay. If it doesn't say tan, you have a backwards calculator. Keep that phrase in your head. Backwards calculator. Got it? Okay. Next thing I want you to look for on your calculator. Everybody except the people that have a calculator like me. On your calculator screen, which will be a big gray rectangle, look for the letter D or the word D-E-G. Or look for R, R-A-D, or look for G, G-R-A-D. If you have that, relax, take a breath, chill. If you have either of these, put your hand up.
What if you have neither? Yeah. I have D-R.
No. On the screen of your calculator. I said that part. Look on your screen. If your screen shows an R, a G, a rad, or a grad, put your hand up. Okay. If it shows one of these, find the button that says DRG and push it until your calculator shows a D or a DEG.
Got it. Thank you, Mr. Meyer.
Is everybody's calculator showing D or DEG? Going once. Going twice.
Here, Sam, give me your calculator.
Look. So it has an R. And then press shift. And then the DRG button, right?
I didn't say press shift. Never once did I say. Shift? Okay.
So it says R. And you change to D. And that button just comes up.
Try one.
Sam, bring me your calculator. There's always one in every class. It's not a put down. There's just always one.
Because the DRG button is there, and then you have to press shift to activate it, because it's the yellow shift button.
Mm-hmm.
So I pressed it, and then did some weird stuff.
1 degrees. Okay,
No, it's not
that's
a D,
not
it's
it.
like an O.
Yes,
Because that's
no,
the letter
no,
there.
I know.
So.
Mode. Oh. There it is. There you go. Okay, now, again, Mr. Hirschman's class only touched on trig, mine did a lot of it, so you need to be ready to go with this. Everybody make sure, if you have a forward calculator, you are going to push tan 3 5 equals. If you have a backwards calculator, you are going to push 3, 5, tan, and not equals. And that is going to give you what for an answer? 0.700 blah. Right? 0.00207. I say again, blah. Now, do the same thing for 15. 0.267. 3 decimals in trig. What's 45? Yeah, it should be 8. What's 45? 1. All right. Now, all of you will remember, I hope, that the tangent ratio compares the opposite side to the adjacent side. This is a decimal because we get that decimal by taking this number, number 1, and dividing it by number 2. So this number is really a fraction. Our calculator doesn't like working in fractions, so it takes this division and gives us the decimal. Is everybody good? All right. Now, there's a big, long explanation about why this works, but I am trusting that between myself last year and Mr. Hirschman, that you all have seen that definition and are comfortable with it. If you are not, have no fear, you will be by the time we're done today. Okay? Excellent. Let's carry on. You guys are smart kids. Tan gave me the ratio. What do I have here? A ratio. So if my calculator will give me the ratio, it must be able to work backwards, yes? And that is what we call, well, that's what we call it, but what it really is the inverse operation. And on your calculator, it's going to write it as -1. So if you have a forwards calculator, you are going to push second or shift, second, tan. Now, some of your calculators are going to show a bracket there. If it shows a bracket, get in the habit of punching in the close bracket, then equals. If it doesn't show a bracket, you need not close the bracket. If you have a backwards calculator, you are going to reverse. You are going to push 0.75 second tan. And once again, you will not push equals. And you will get an answer of what? 36.87. Excellent. Angles are measured in minutes and seconds, like time. They are not measured in decimals. So for our purposes, we will round our degrees off to the nearest whole degree. Okay? I know it seems weird, but it is indeed true. Okay? 90.5 degrees is 90 degrees, 30 minutes. Okay? That's half and 0 seconds. Everybody cool? All right. Now, next thing. Ignore this negative for now and tell me what B is. 50.8, so 51 degrees. And what is C? 68 degrees. Everybody can do that, yeah? Yeah, sure, you betcha. For any specific angle. Now, guys, when we are talking about specific angles in our triangles, we mean the acute angles. Does everybody know what that means? The ones that are less than 90. We cannot do the tangent of 90. It does not exist, for reasons I will share with you soon. But right now, we mean those two angles. And the tangent ratio, if it's a ratio, it must have two parts. It must compare two things. It compares the opposite measurement divided by the adjacent measurement. And all of you remember this. Hopefully you remember that opposite and adjacent depend on location. Right? I reminded you when we did Pythagoras, when we revisited Pythagoras, that we will not be using the word across anymore. We will be using the word opposite. That means across, yes? Right now, from my point of view, my location in the room, who is opposite to me directly? Leighton Verger, right? I know. Everybody agrees? If I change location, will somebody else be opposite to me? Excellent. So if I change locations in the triangle, will opposite change? Excellent. What is not excellent is the quality of technology with which I have been given to work. Because I know that since the room just got darker, the screen behind me is blue. Which means that our excellently installed and provided for at extremely high cost technology is once again not working. Oh, the screen is telling me the projector's been disconnected. Thank you. Oh, terrifically. Of course, I can't connect wired because the build quality of a Surface doesn't allow me to use the mini DVI adapter that they tell me to use, because if I breathe on it, it drops out as well. How about... Yeah, you know what would be really good? An overhead or paper, But that's not sexy, so we don't use that. All right. So, back to business. I'm going to draw a picture of myself at angle A. There I am, but let's call a spade a spade. I don't have black hair anymore. So there is my gray hair. Right now, I am at location A in this triangle, yes? So what then is the tangent of angle A? It is tangent is always what? Opposite over adjacent. So I am going to write in those numbers. What are they? 12 and 5. Now, what happens if I slide down the triangle? Am I in a new location? So do I have a new opposite and adjacent? What is it? 5 over 12. Now, using your newly reacquired skills, tell me the angles A and B. I will give you a reminder if you have forgotten. Oh, that's awesome. That's the wired connection. That's the one that always works. The wired one. Yeah. Please do, Leighton.
It was like this, and I was going like this, and why don't we?
Anyways, while we wait for our quality technology to continue to work, please notice what I'm asking you to do at letter D. Whatever buttons you push to get the answers to C, which, by the way, are what? 67 and 23, right? Yeah. We'll have to fix that up right now. Okay. So, not everybody was totally bought into what I was saying earlier. Look back up at the beginning of our notes. Which operation finds us an angle?
Oh, the tan -1.
Shift tan. So, shift tan finds an angle. So, the first one, I must do shift tan of what? 12/5. And for the second one, I must do shift tan of 5/12. Now, what math is that? 12 divided by 5. What math is that? 5 divided by 12. Now, you must figure out how your calculator will get you the right answers here. I will show you what I mean. Here is my calculator, yes? For me to do this, I must push second, tan. See how it gives me my bracket, so I don't need to push that button. Then I need to push 12 divided by 5. Then I must close my brackets. Then I push enter. So what I would write here would be second tan 1, 2 divided by 5, close bracket, enter. I want you all to write down your sequence of buttons, because I tire of the 10th day of this unit having somebody say, I got the angle again. Okay, write it down. Your way. What your calculator needs you to do to make it give you the answer. Is everybody good? Lovely. Now the next thing that you need to be aware of, and I don't know if Mr. Hirschman will have done this, in math, when you are dealing with just some number, what do we write down? X. Must it be X? No, we can use any letter we want. But we always say X, don't we? Okay. Trigonometry, we do not use letters anymore for angles. We use Greek letters. And the Greek letter we use, that is the equivalent of X, the letter we use for everything in algebra, is theta. It's a circle with a line in the middle. It is theta. And it just means some angle. Not necessarily an unknown angle, just an angle. Is everybody cool? Okay. So now we have been given 3 symbols for trig that we work with. We work with theta, we work with opposite, and the symbol for that is O, and we work with adjacent, and the symbol for that is A. Now you guys all were in pre-dip 9, I believe, in this school, I believe, which means you all know that there's other stuff than just tan. But if you weren't in pre-dip 9, for example, you were in regular 9, but you got 99.9% and you got bumped up into here, or if you came from a different school, I cannot guarantee that you have seen any trigonometry. So I'm not starting at the beginning, but I'm not going to gloss right into the harder stuff, okay? So we are going to work with just tangent for today. So every single trig question is answered the same way. Decide on the 3 things you need. In this case, it's a theta, an opposite, and an adjacent. Because I told you we are working only with tangent. Theta is some angle. The angle I care about. Well, there is a marked angle, yes? That means that's the angle I care about, right? So theta is what? X. Now we know X means unknown. Great. If that's the angle I care about, that must be where I am hanging out. Yes? So that is where I decide my opposites and my adjacents. What is opposite to X? 23. What is adjacent to X? 15. Why did none of you tell me this side? Because that's the hypotenuse. He already has a name. He doesn't get to have another one. He's not that special. Okay? I shouldn't assume. Z isn't that special. All right? Everybody is good? Okay. Now we perform our trigonometric work. Since we have an opposite and adjacent, tan of x, because I don't know the angle, equals 23 opposite over adjacent. What math finds me an angle? Shift tan. 23 divided by 15 equals. Do I need the equal sign if I am backwards calculator guy? No. But if I don't put brackets and I'm backwards calculator guy, I am not going to get the right answer, am I? And the answer is indeed 57.
I got 59. That's because I were 25.
Thank you for not being aggressive, Lauren. There was somebody that was aggressive in the last block. I didn't get that. Did you push 23? No. Then why would you expect to get what we got? Oh. Thank you. Now, let us move on to this one, cabbages. Do I have a theta? What is it? 15. Since I am up here now, and I'm a punk because I've got green hair, what is my opposite? X, it's unknown. And what is my adjacent? 37. Then I set it up. The tan of 15 equals what? Opposite over adjacent, so it equals x over 37. Yes? Wonderful. Now you guys being the best and brightest, how do you get rid of divided by 37? We multiply both sides by 37. So because we are taking notes, we are actually going to write it out. This time and this time only. 37 tan 15, they are going to cancel, will give me x. So I punch that into my calculator. What do I get? 9.91. Excellently done. Now, do the third one. What is my theta? 70. What is my opposite? 14. What is my adjacent? What is the equation?
4 tan 70 is equal to 14 divided by x.
Now, all of you have done enough algebra. I am confident in your abilities that I can tell you the shortcut. When it's denominator, we multiply. When it's numerator, we divide. So it is 14 divided by tan 70 to equal x. Now this is a little tricky to get to do it on a backwards calculator. So please be aware that on your backwards calculator, what must you remember to hit? What tells your calculator that you want an answer? Equals. Because as soon as you hit 70 tan, your screen's going to fill up, isn't it? And you're going to think that's the right answer. But it isn't, because you haven't done the division yet, because you haven't told your calculator to finish. Okay? What is the answer there?
5.1.
5.1. Is everybody good with the basic trigonometric ratio of tangent? Yes? Is there anybody in the room that is seeing the word tangent and using these buttons for the first time? Excellent. Are you okay with it so far? And Blake? Excellent. All right, now, look at this next one. Pretend like you were not here last year. Because if you were here last year, you would, of course, not do this question the way I'm about to do it. But I'm going to ask you to play pretend with me. Let's go on a pretend journey. And here we are back in the 9th grade last year pretending that we don't know. Do I change my methods? Of course not. I have a theta, which is what? 30. I have an opposite, which is what? I have an adjacent, which is what? 24. And I have an hypotenuse, which is y. Does tangent ever help us with hypotenuse? No. What does? Pythagoras. I can't do Pythagoras yet because I have two unknown sides. But what would happen if I dealt with that? I would fix the problem. So, tan of what? 30 equals what? X over 24. So, 24 times tan 30, and I'm going to write it out like I do every time, because if I write it out, it's impossible to do wrong. 24 tan 30 equals X. So x equals 13.86. Except it's not 13.86, is it, Byron? On your calculator, is yours a forward or a backwards? Forward. So you push 24, tan, 30 equals. Yeah. Now, your calculator is showing a big yucky mess. 24 tan 30. Am I going further than that? Well, don't I need that number? So should I clear it off my calculator? No. But should I write it down just in case I lose it? Yes. Now, can I deal with this? How? By doing Pythagoras. Doesn't y equal the square root of x squared plus 24 squared? And isn't x squared sitting on my calculator right now? So I just go square what's on my calculator plus 24 square equals 768. And then I square root. And what is my answer? 27.17. Oh, 71. All right. 27.71. Is everybody good? Did we ever measure anything? No. That is why trig is so powerful. It gives us distances and angles without ever actually measuring them. That is why we know how far away stars are. That is why we are able to build this building from a plan that fits on a piece of paper this big. Because angles work that way. Everybody good? Lovely. Now, you guys are going to do those three. But before you do those three, I am going to do one more thing so I can shut up, because this has been a heavy talking day for me, and I would like to stop talking. So draw yourselves a little line across there. I just want to make sure of something. Yeah, okay. Oops. In that little spot at the bottom, I want you to draw.
But that's angles in the real world.
Oh, you guys have that? Oh, good. Excellent. That's where I want you to draw this. Oh, I didn't realize that yours was in there because, as you can see, I don't have it on mine. Lovely. Under the words angles in the real world, please draw what I am about to draw. Draw yourself a handsome math teacher. And, of course, he's sticking his tongue out because he's a bit of a punk. Yes? Excellent. That handsome math teacher looks out at his stunningly beautiful class. Everyone agrees? You are watching my eyes, and they are all meeting your eyes, yes? Are they changing in level? No. So the stunning math teacher looks out along the horizontal. Have I made an angle? No, because an angle requires how many lines? 2. Excellent. So I look out at all of you. Now, one of you lovely young people, has on my wall written up there, math is the best. You have said, no, we're imagining that. Don't look that way. And you all have done this while I've been away. And I come in and you're all doing this.
You're a bad boy.
Hoping that I will look up. So up on the wall, math is the best. Where do my eyes go? Up there. So my eyes have moved up, or they have elevated, or they have inclined, which has created a theta. That theta is the angle of elevation or inclination. Because I have raised my eyes from the horizontal, they have gone up. Is everybody cool? All right. Now, one of the Weisenheimers in my other class sees how much you guys love math and wants to hurt all of our feelings. I know, what a dink. And he comes in, and on the floor back behind Avneet has written the letters. What a dink. And my eyes now look down from the horizontal and have created a new theta. What happens to your happy math teacher now?
Becomes angry.
He's sad, math teacher. Because he's feeling down.
Oh, because it's the day.
Because this is the angle of depression. Or declination.
Is that an actual word?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm looking down. The point is, they always start flat and go up or down. Notice that the theta is always closest to the eyes and between the horizontal and my end game. Okay? The mistake you guys make, stop writing. The mistake you guys make is, there's the rest of the triangle, right? You all want to say that is your angle of depression, but it is not. Okay? Does everybody understand? That was supposed to be a big red X through that, but, you know. Quality. Quality. First try, Lego Batman. I'm thinking about sending all of my YouTube videos to Microsoft. No, it isn't, Lynn, because then they can see how shoddy their product is, and perhaps they can start charging what it's worth. Nothing. Okay? Okay. You guys are going to do these three right now, and it's going to take you about 30 seconds. Go. I said go. I say good day. If any of you watched that 70s show on Netflix, you get that joke.
Except the last season. Last season sucks.
Remember, you can't do trig wrong if you writes it out.
Wait, and for the angles in the real world, what font is that?
Thunderstrike.
Looks like the Fast and Furious font.
It's not. It's Thunderstrike.
It was Fast and Furious. That
Why do you have to thank you?
Just calm down. No, back.
Now, please notice, I did not get out my calculator. Yet, because I'm doing all the work first. But since I've done this already many times in my life, if I hear the right answer, I'll know it. So there's all the work. Took me 10 seconds. You guys now tell me the answers. Volunteer them as you get them. Sam, what is the first theta?
35 degrees. And then,
I know.
and then,
I expect it to be dead at any given moment. Oh, magic. What's X?
12.
Taylor.
12. Sorry.
12.2? 12.12? And then what is Y? 14. And what is x over here? 1.76. Yes, 1.8. That is correct. Does everybody remember trig, or are they happy with the first little bit of it? Everyone? All right. Your job is to do... Now, on your outline, it says page 76, right? No, it says page 75. That is the titles of the pages that I copied. It is not the page number in your book. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you found this page. Now you will notice that your next page is not 85. I felt you only needed to do page 76. I don't know if I corrected your people's outline or not. If somebody could flip back to their outline for this unit, which should be a page or two before where we are right now, you should have an outline page. Do you? Back before Pythagoras. What's the first thing say? It's on the left there, Leighton. One more flip, big stuff. There you go. Huh? Yeah, we are on lesson 2.2. It should say page, what does it say? It still has... Okay, so it still has 82. All right, so I forgot to change your guys' outline. This is what you are working on. Page 75, but it's actually page 76. And I don't think all those numbers are there. I just want you to do the whole page. You will notice, though, that the answers are indeed provided as they would be in any textbook. But there is no work with them. So your job is to make sure you can get those answers. If you can't, then what do you do on Monday when I say, how was the homework? You talk no more. You whisper to Kayla, and Kayla will tell me. What the hell is going on in that corner? Do we need to quarantine you people? No! All right. Anyways, what Taylor said, for those of you that couldn't hear it, was she will put up her hand and say, Mr. Myers, can you please show us how to do number blah? Okay? Go diddly-o. When that bell rings in less than 20 minutes, because you're going back to your homeroom to get your pictures today, when that bell rings, you will leave here and you will put your chairs up, because my homeroom need not sit down. Yes?